Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. Wanted to bring you guys a little update on Digibyte. I know people were saying, hey, can you check it out? So I'm going to do my best to do that. And we're going to be looking at Digibyte on the one-day chart. And we're looking at some different patterns, things like that. And if you all could, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're trying for 100 likes on this video. And you all have been doing that, and I'm very, very thankful. So we're going to look at a few different things today, guys. And what we're going to start off with is this symmetrical triangle, almost descending triangle, kind of a mix between the two on Digibyte here. So we came down, we got pushed down, we came back up. We've been working the middle here, so we've been filling this in. There was not a bunch of white space, and that's something that's really crucial in these patterns. You want to have that filled in there. So we came back up and then we went back down here, and we do have a higher low, but just barely. So this is almost like that horizontal, just flat bottom, and then you have the lower highs coming down on top of that. So it's almost like that descending triangle. And remember, guys, descending triangles about 64 to 70% of the time will break down, and then the rest of the time they'll break up. And a lot of the time they're continuations with the trend, and the trend's been down. So just anticipate that to come back down here and maybe test this again, and then see if we can get up over the top trend line here. And this is the trend line we're going to want to get up above. We're going to want to close up above that and also have good volume and follow through with that. And then we're going to be looking at resistance areas. Like this 0.01 is going to be an overhead resistance, and then we're going to be looking at that 0.0142 as overhead resistance. And then on the downside, we're going to be looking for roughly around that 0.082 to hold is going to be a key area for us. Now what we're seeing down here, look at these higher lows that have been coming in. So we've been working this trend line, and we're almost in an ascending triangle on the RSI. Do you see the higher lows, how they're going up? And then you kind of have this flat top. We had resistance here, have resistance here. We didn't get up to it here. And then potentially, guys, we may be coming back down and seeing if we're going to bounce off this trend line. That's a possibility. Or maybe we could just pull back halfway into here and then make another run at it and see if we can get over the top here. And that's going to be crucial in terms of getting over this trend line as well. Remember how we talked about trend line breaks and the power of trend line breaks, especially if the trend line breaks on heavy volume. And there's been some volume that's been entering the space again, so that's exciting. And guys, like right now, you see Digibyte's down almost 4%. So that's where there's no need to panic and rush into things. There's no need to FOMO whenever you're buying these. There's always going to be a pullback, guys. There's always going to be another coin. There's always going to be another time. You can't FOMO into things. And you'll learn that as you trade more. You won't stress out about it as much. You'll say, okay, so I'll either short that or long that, or I'll wait for this. It's not a big deal. You can't chase the market around. That's one of the worst things to do, is chase the market around. But, guys, on a brighter note, we're holding now on the day. You can see right here on the 20 EMA, we're holding up above that. So we need to close up above that today. That's going to be important. And then we have the 50 moving average coming overhead that we wicked up to, almost had these tweezer tops that we ran into, and then we got pushed back down. So we're sandwiched in between here, and that's where we're going to decide, are we going to break up over the 50 moving average and this trend line, or are we going to see rejection in there and a dump back down to break of support the 20 EMA down into this bottom and see what we do with this trend line. Those are the things we're going to need to be watching, and they're going to be very important to pay attention to. And pay attention to this RSI, guys. Like we said, that ascending triangle right there, where a lot of times those will break up 70% of the times, but sometimes they will break down. You always have to prepare for the upside, the downside, the sideways. That's what we say here on this channel. Up, down, sideways. We're planning for all of them. We have a plan for each and every one of them. However this market's going to go, we have to have a plan for it. If we don't have a plan, our plan is to fail. That's what every single book that I read says. If we don't have a plan, our plan is to fail. And we don't want to fail in this market, especially with how close we are getting to the bottom. If we've already not hit the bottom, it could be great times to accumulate, different things like that. We're really getting down low, and we've been down low. So we've been in a bear market for almost 14 months, and now smart money's starting to accumulate some of these things. They're deflationary, so that's something that I really like, as opposed to the dollar, which is inflationary, which they just keep printing more and more of, and there's nothing to back it. It's all smoke and mirrors. So that's why I like cryptocurrency and what it stands for and the different things behind it. That's why I'm in this space, and I know that's why a lot of you are in the space. So if you're in it for that, guys, leave it down low in the comments, hit the thumbs up, and if you agree with me about that. And it's even more than the charts, it's just about the movement of crypto. You know, there's a lot of good people in the cryptocurrency space who think a lot like I do, and that's what I like about it. So, you know, guys, God bless each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. But look at these spots, you know, as support down around here, that 0.0079. Look at that for a double bottom support. You know, also look at this area around that 0.082. That's going to be another spot, and we're going to have to see what we do with these moving averages today. It's going to determine a lot. And you know what? Just real quick, for the people who are still here, I will jump in on the 4 hour real quick. So, guys, looks like we had that big impulse wave up, and now we're pulling back to this 20 EMA. We're trying to hold it on the 4 hours. We wicked down through to, what is that one, guys? The 50 right here. Wicked down to that, and do you see how we had the cross, the 20 over the 50? And now we're sandwiched in between the 20 and the 200-day moving average. So now we're at another point. So is this going to be a bull flag that comes off there? That's a potential, guys. You could see a bull flag off there, or we could just continue to roll back over. But we're going to have to wait and see. But, you know, trend line breaks, how we've talked about that, are so important. And I can even see here, guys, if we were up in here, take a look. What happened when we broke that trend line? Up over top of the 200-day moving average. It's like a half pipe when you broke that. Boom. And that's how it is to the downside on those things as well. But if you can identify these trend lines, they can be so powerful, my friends. So these are what I wanted to show you. We're going to have to see. You know, maybe this is going to be that bull flag and then another move. Could very well happen. Be prepared for everything. God bless you all.